Hi class, it's Mrs. Juarez. I'm going to show you how to glue the little cubes that we've been making so that by the time you get to class on Tuesday, you'll be able to be a gluing expert and you'll be able to assemble and glue these boxes quickly so we can get them all done in time. So first I want to thank you all for working so hard on cutting them and folding them, and I really appreciate all your hard work. I believe me, it will be worth it, and when you see the end result, it's going to be awesome. So thank you, and here we go. So first of all, when you get the cube, it may not be one that you have cut or folded, so you may want to double check and just make sure that the cuts are going to work. If one has been cut a little bit too much, that's okay. I'll show you how to compensate for that when we glue. All right, so you're going to need a gluing book. This is a little gluing book that has lots of pages that can just be thrown away. And this is a special glue stick. It's a wrinkle-free glue stick just for paper. Okay, so when we look at this cube that's been folded, we see that it has this part is the part with 3 boxes like this, and then there's the 2 sticking out here. So our goal is going to be to take these 2 sides, bring them up, bring these two this side and this side toward each other so that these 2 sides can come up and over. So watch this. It's going to come up and over like that. And what we're going to do is we're only going to put glue here and here so that we can then fold this flap over and get both of these flaps trapped underneath so that it will hold them in place on both sides, okay, here and here. So that's our goal. That's what we're going to do. We are going to leave this flap open, and during class at some point we're going to put hot glue here and we're going to finish this box, okay? So your goal is to get as many of them done into this state as possible. All right, so here's how we do it. All right, open this up. What I would do is I would fold this guy, the one that gets glued last, we're going to fold him back, okay, and get rid of that. But we need to put glue on here and here, okay? So here we go. I'm going to do it now. So there's glue. Now this is just like a regular glue stick, just needs to be wound up, all right, to use. All right, you just twist to wind it up. Don't wind it up too much at a time. Okay, so let me show you the concept of the gluing book. Okay, so here's the point. The point of a gluing book is that when you put glue on something, unfortunately what happens is glue is going to get all around where you're gluing, and then that's sticky. So then if you go to glue it again and you put the next one on top of where you had just glued, it's going to get all dirty and sticky and gross, okay? And we don't want our cubes that we worked so hard on to look horrible and sticky and gross with globs of glue all over it. So it's very, very important that you keep moving around to areas on the book that are not gluey, okay? So let's just say we start in this area of the book. If we start here, if I glue here, then you'll see that on the next time I glue, I'm not going to lay my gluing area down on the same spot. I'm going to move it over, okay? And then the idea is that when everything is all gluey all over this, you just rip this off. You just go whoosh, rip it off and crumple it up or whatever and throw it away, okay? Now you have a brand new, fresh, clean area, okay? So that's the concept. So let's start. All right, so you remember that this guy over here, he's going to be folded back and away, and we're only putting glue here and here. So here we go. Let's start. All right, so when you're putting the glue on, and you have to learn to do this quickly and efficiently, when you're putting the glue on this flap, you want to put glue on the flap itself, okay? But and plenty of it, all right? Don't skimp on the glue, okay? You want to put plenty of glue on the flap, but you also want to get some right here because that's where those other 2 flaps are going to come in. So you can go ahead and get some glue just a little bit past the flap, right in here, okay? That's important, all right? And then see how I got some glue on the gluing book? I do not want to go and put this down on top of that. It's going to get gross. So I need to move over to a new fresh area, okay, and put the glue on the other flap that we need to glue, all right? So remember to always just keep it moving onto different areas of the glue book, okay? All right, so now we've got plenty of glue on both the areas. Now here's what's going to happen. Okay, watch me carefully. All right, so we got this flap and this flap have to come together. All right, so I'm bringing them in, and then watch this. This guy right here, he's got to come up and over as I, at the same time, bring this side and this side in toward each other, okay? So now do you see how he just hooked right over? I'll do it again. So see, gluey side hooks over. Now I would like you to pinch it for about a count of 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that should not slow you down too much, and it will give it a good adhesion. Okay, make sure it doesn't open up again. If you just do it really quick, it might open back up and be annoying. Okay, so now the other side. Ready? Again, we got these two flaps pointing in toward each other. This guy comes up and over, whoosh, locks it in place. Hold it for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now you want to check the sides. All right, make sure that they're nice and lined up. Everything looks good. On the cubes that have been cut poorly, you may have, see like right here, that might have been cut poorly. If that is the case, if that has happened, then you may need to make sure that this edge is just nice and perpendicular to here, so that even though this goes in a little bit, it'll still look square. Does that make sense? Okay, so basically just compensate for other people's bad cutting. Okay, so now you can see that these two are locked. This is nice and solid. We've got the top ready to go. So then at some point, probably next week, we'll put hot glue there. Boom, lock it, and it's done. Okay, square is done. All right, so please watch this video as many times as you need to be able to come into class tomorrow and be able to glue like a pro. All right, good job, guys. See you in class.